Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Dialogue. I'm back now with Chris Maxey after just having had that great interview with Stan and Alexio about their experiences and how they really felt that they've evolved as humans and as Bahamians through both their time at the school and now through their internship. And I just wanted to bring up, for a different show that we're doing about alternative energy, had this fantastic opportunity to talk to Marco Watson, who is an employee here at the Island School. He's right here I think he's from Wimsa's Bight. If not, he's from South Eleuthera for sure. And was talking to him about his experiences. He started off building a bridge for you guys. And what his words to me were that you recognized his potential. And so he was sort of slowly developed into now being essentially a chemist, in many ways, which is an incredible story in of itself, but which I think is a lot of what goes on here in the Island School is the development of potential. Whether it's the potential for alternative energy and that you guys have the only solar panel intergrid tie-in with BEC, or wind power, or I think also in terms of our Bahamian students who are now coming through here, the potential for them. But there's somebody I wanted to talk to you a little bit about because there's someone else here who's another Bahamian. I think he's from Eleuthera as well. Mm-hmm. Is Ashley from Eleuthera? Yeah, another Bahamian, another Eleutheran, we good people, who's working here and who, you have now described almost as a master craftsman. And I wanted to get a little bit about how he got involved with this school and, examples of Bahamians really being influenced through the work going on here.
Bahamians, our neighbors really, who have come and now are leaders in our community and building beautiful systems that support us, and furniture and buildings. They're incredible. Ashley started out here just as kind of a assistant groundskeeper. He's doing things like washing windows and helping out in a bunch of different ways. And the spark really happened when he started working with a carpenter we had down for a year, and picked up the skills and developed the passion and has now built some of the most beautiful furniture all out of Casuarina. Yeah. So and the great thing is, you talk to Marco, Ashley team, Marco goes and gets the wood and mills it up, and then Ashley turns it into beautiful furniture. And as we know, Casuarina is a tree that we're trying to get rid of in some areas in the Bahamas where it's along the coastline. And so finding a good use for it, building gazebos, bridges, like you said, Marco started helping us build this bridge across the mangroves, and now building beautiful furniture is really a great story.
As I don't really know enough about it, I'd love if you could share both with me and with the audience about what the sort of symbiotic relationship that I'd almost say it is between you and the Deep Creek School and how it started.
Yeah, well, it's really tied to our early history. Our outreach program worked with all the grade 6 students in the primary schools in South Eleuthera. And the question was asked, what happens after these kids have an opportunity to really get into environmental issues and get out on field trips and learn how to snorkel and do all these things. And so, that spawned the idea to start a middle school. And at that time, all the students, like they do now, go from grade 7 on to the high school. And I think families like the idea of having a grade 7, 8, and 9 in South Eleuthera that's taking care of kids who I think have an interest in, kind of busting outside the classroom a little bit. And so the middle school has been around for 6 years now. And to be honest, for me, it's the part of our organization I'm most proud of. The students, many of them have been now placed in boarding schools in the States. They've been able to get full scholarships up there. And, they're combining, good hardcore academics that help them test well for the national tests, and also just learning a lot about the beauty of their home. The grade 9 students all learn to scuba dive, and they're just finishing up a field trip series where they're, traveling Eleuthera and camping at Preacher's Cave and down at Lighthouse Point and just enjoying the beauty of their island, which is great.
And I don't know if I should commend you or congratulations, but I simply love this. I love these programs where we as Bahamians are actually able to enjoy ourselves. And, I do think that this is something that's missing. I was in San Salvador last summer with Brief, who does this teacher training workshop. And, it was so exciting to see these teachers who most of them didn't know how to snorkel. Many of them hadn't really swum before. But to see the excitement and joy on their faces when they were able to see, that's what's going on in the reef. Okay, so this is why I want to be teaching that we need to preserve it. And I think it's great that the students here in Deep Creek are getting this opportunity, because it's something I wish every Bahamian student had the opportunity to do. But if we can start one school at a time, then that is great. What do you see as sort of the future of the island school? You are starting, as we've talked about and shown examples of the scholarship students. You're trying to increase the number of Bahamian students coming here. You continue to bring in these Americans who are leaving with a greater sense of what the Bahamas is. You know, most Americans don't even know the Bahamas is an independent country, so I think this is good. But what are your plans for the future?
Well, we're working seriously with College of the Bahamas to form a partnership at many levels. The first is to support the students as they transition from high school to college, give them an academic experience in this internship that we've talked about, and also allow them to receive some credits, some advanced placement credits at the college. But then as they go through their career there, to be able to return and be involved in research here, and be involved in even education, helping with the middle school, helping with some of our outreach programs. I mean, we feel that we're just now, 10 years in, beginning to realize how important it is to have a stronger relationship with the college. And I'm hoping that the Institute will be a research satellite campus for the college as we expand our programs there. So that's really important.
Oh, great. So potentially the opportunity for students at COB who are studying marine biology or studying biology to come and perhaps do some research and work here. I think this is a great idea. I think that's really a fantastic opportunity. Are there other avenues? I know that there's sort of organizations associated with the Island School. There's the Cape Eleuthera Institute and there's Cape Systems, and the three of you sort of work together. But how do you feel all of your goals are intertied?
I think the main thing is just the question of how people can live more sustainably. I mean, that resonates for our students and our faculty at the Island School. It's a major focus of all the research that we